using Adobe Photoshop. There are many reasons you might want to do this. For example, I just did this last week with an image because I wanted it to kind of seamlessly blend in with the background color on a web page. Or you can just do it for fun because it's kind of fun. It's pretty easy. There are more complicated ways to do it, but this is the way I like to do it just because it's pretty simple to do. So I already have Photoshop open, so open Photoshop to get started. To create a new file, you can either go to File, Open, or there's Open down here. Browse a photo in your files on your computer. So first thing is, it's really important for this to work. The photo needs to be on a white background. If you have a photo and it's not on a white background, there is a way to get the image to have a white background. I'm not going to demonstrate that today. I'm just demonstrating how to do it when the background is already white. But that process is also relatively simple. I think I haven't done it in a while, but there are like lots of YouTube tutorials and stuff about how to do that. So once you have your photo and it has a white background, this is the steps that you take to change the background image. So the first thing you want to do is go to right here, Quick Selection Tool. If you want to make sure that you're using the correct quick selection tool, you right click right here on this little arrow and you make sure that quick selection tool is selected. So mine is already selected because it has this little white square. So you can do this by hand. Basically all you do is just kind of drag it around the image. But see, this process is a little bit more involved because it doesn't select it perfectly. It's kind of weird how it does it. So the way you see where your selections are being made is these moving dashed lines. They're called dancing ants. So when I first learned about this, we had to basically do it this way just so we could learn, and it's really annoying. See, it's just, I don't know, it just gets kind of complicated to get it all selected precisely by hand. So if you don't want to spend a while messing around with that, or maybe you're just more precise than I am, that's an option. You can do it by hand, or the much easier way, just undoing my selections. Okay, all the dancing ants are gone. So the much easier way to do it is you go to select subject right up here, click that, it's working. Okay, now see how it's all around the outside edges of the image, and this one it did it pretty precisely. If you want to double check that it's there's no white space, the whole image is selected, you come down here. It's kind of hard to see it on my screen. It's called Edit Quick Mask. So just click that, and then like the red will show up, and then you can just see. So yeah, I don't really notice any white space. So yeah, it really precisely selected that image. If it doesn't, you can always clean it up by hand. but this one did it pretty well. So turn that off. Now you go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Solid Color. You can name it whatever you want. Color Fill 1, sounds fine. And pick whatever color you want. I already have this one up, so I'm just going to use that. Go OK. But now you see it's not the shoe, it's filling it with the color. So the way to fix that is to just go into here in your layer panel, and this is your shoe layer, and this is the new background color that you made. And so the shoe will be right here, so just click on that. It starts off right here, but click on this one. And then up here in your properties, layer mask, just click invert. And voila, there is your shoe. You can turn it off. If you want the white back, there you go. Turn it back on. From here, I mean, maybe you don't like that color, so you can just double click on this right here. Let me do that again. Double click. And change the color to whatever you want. Make it nice. That looks good. So then, I mean, something else you can even do besides the color, you can add like a fun background or something. You go back up to Layer, New Fill Layer, and Pattern. So they have these options. To get more options, just click this little triangle. I mean, there aren't like a ton of, these are all just what comes with Photoshop. I'm sure there's more you can download. I mean, you can get pretty crazy with it. Let's try water. Well, that looks fun. Okay, and then you would turn that one off. Take this layer mask thumbnail with the shoe and just drag it right in there. Shoe. Shoe against water. If you don't like that, you can just take this, put it back into this one, turn that off, turn that on, boom, color. So yeah, that's just, and then whenever you're happy with what you've done, you just go to save, file, save as, save whatever you want on your computer. Don't save it as a Photoshop file. If you want to upload it anywhere else, like on the web or something, use a JPEG. Call it. I usually just change it to edit. Save it wherever you save your photos, pictures. Just hit save. These options will come up. I want to make it a smaller file. Yeah, that's good. All right, now you'll see it should be saved on your computer with that new background, and then you can upload that wherever you need it to go. So I hope that was helpful. Again, there's different ways, different strategies to do this. There's tons of options in Photoshop. You can definitely make it more complicated and do more stuff, but this is just a nice, simple starting point. So I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.